The winter night should have been peaceful. Snowflakes drifting softly, the world quiet, the sky a dark, velvet blanket, but peace was something I had not felt for a long time, not in this house. Not with this family, and certainly not with the woman who now stood inside while I shivered outside. My mother-in-law, Margaret, believed she owned every room in this house, and tonight she made it clear she wanted to own my dignity too. The second the door slammed shut behind me, the cold wrapped its arms around my body like a cruel ghost. I clutched the thin nightgown around my chest, my breath turning into white clouds in front of me. I reached for the doorknob, but it didn't move, had been locked from the inside. "Please," I called softly through the thick wood. "I'm cold. Let me in." Her voice was calm. Too calm. "When you learn to show respect, you may enter this house again." Respect, she used that word like a knife. All I had done literally always ask her politely not to insult me in front of visiting relatives earlier. That was enough for her to decide I deserved punishment, a punishment that could kill me. The porch was covered in a thin layer of frost. My bare feet stuck to it painfully every time I shifted my weight. I hugged myself tighter, trying to stop the shaking, but it didn't help. The night wind was sharp and brutal, cutting through the cotton fabric of my gown. My skin was turning red, then pale, then numb. At first, the cold stung. Then it sank deeper. Then I could barely feel anything at all. I knocked again, fear rising in my throat. "Please, I'm freezing." Nothing, just silence and the sound of the wind. I backed up against the railing and slowly sat down, tucking my knees under my chin. The wood was so icy it felt like sitting on a block of frozen stone. My breath came out shaky and shallow. My fingers tingled, then went still. Where was Ethan? My husband had left only an hour ago to drop off some files at his office. He promised he'd return quickly. He didn't know his mother had locked me out. He didn't know I was out here turning numb, feeling my body lose strength. Little by little, I rested my head on my knees, trying to save whatever warmth I had left. My eyes grew heavy not from tiredness, but from the cold sinking into my bones. The night was quiet, eerily peaceful. Too peaceful, a dangerous peace. I blinked slowly. My thoughts felt slow, my heartbeats felt faint, and then headlights sliced through the darkness. Ethan's car. Relief swept through me so suddenly it hurt. The car door opened, and he stepped out, brushing snow off his hair, locking the car with a beep. He took 2 steps toward the porch, then froze. "Lena," his voice broke. He rushed to me, slipping on snow, catching himself on the railing as he fell to his knees in front of me. His hands cupped my face, his palms burning hot against my frozen skin. "Oh my God," he breathed. "Oh God, baby, what happened?" I tried to speak, but my lips wouldn't move properly. "Eshi," I whispered. His face changed instantly. He didn't need me to finish. He wrapped his coat around my shoulders so fast the world blurred. He pulled me into his chest, rubbing my cold arms with desperate hands. "I've got you." He lifted me easily, holding me against him like he was afraid I would disappear. My cheek pressed against his shoulder, feeling the warmth I had been starving for. He kicked the front door so hard it rattled. "Mother, open this door right now." There was a pause, footsteps. Then the lock clicked. The door opened just an inch, revealing Margaret's annoyed face. "Why are you shouting? You'll wake the neighbors." Ethan shoved the door open fully. "You locked my wife outside, in the middle of winter, in a nightgown. She didn't even blink. She needs discipline. A little cold won't hurt her." A little Ethan nearly exploded. She could have died. He pushed past her, carrying me inside and laying me gently on the couch. He grabbed blankets, wrapping me in them, turning on the heater, rubbing my hands between his. But even through the shivering, I saw something new in him. A line had been crossed, a line that could never be uncrossed. He stood, breathing hard. "This ends now." Margaret crossed her arms. "Don't talk to me like enough," Ethan said sharply. "You could have killed her. She needed to understand who runs this house." He looked at her with a coldness I had never seen before. "There is no this house, Mother. Not anymore. What is that supposed to mean?" "It means," he said slowly, "tomorrow everything changes." She scoffed. Empty threats, but his eyes. They said it all. He wasn't threatening. He was done. I woke up hours later under a mountain of blankets, the heater humming softly beside me. I felt warm again, but weak like the cold had taken pieces of me that hadn't fully returned yet. I heard voices from the kitchen quiet tents. You went too far. It was a lesson. No, it was cruelty. You're choosing her over me. Yes, he said without hesitation. My heart stilled. Margaret's voice rose. After everything I've done for you, after raising you alone, after I'm grateful for that, he cut in gently. But gratitude isn't slavery, and you don't own my marriage. Silence. And if you ever hurt Lena again, he added, I will cut you out of my life completely.